This is part 2 from the other video because my alarm went off and it messed this up. So as I was saying, I wanted to take everything from my mom, like all of that, because I'm the one with all the medical stuff. Like, I'm the freaking medical mystery and miracle on all in one. So that's me. You know, let me take this. Let me take this. I can add more to my roster. Like, let me take this. I wanted to so badly to take it from her because she is our rock. I mean, of course, guys, our rock. I know that, of course, okay? But, like, in our family, like, it's my mom, you know? And COVID's real, okay? We all know that. We've seen it. We've lived it. There's no more denial about that. But COVID became so much more real and so much scarier when it was my mom. And first my uncle had it, and that was scary too. And I'm like, what? And it knocked him, it took him down too. And my mom, and my uncle both, I hated that for both of them. And my mom, I watched her. Like, I watched her, deteriorate, you know? They made the strong, amazing woman, that amazing, godly woman, and so funny and hilarious, and always has a smile on her face, mom. One that looks for the gray areas and looks to the bright side, is like, I didn't even know anymore. I couldn't even recognize her almost. And I'm like, I need you. I'm like, I need my mom. I mean, you need your mom. I mean, I need my mom. I mean, she's been there for me, with me through everything. I'm like, no one knows me better than my mom. I mean, besides Jesus, of course. But besides that, I mean, come on, my mom knows me extremely well. Only my mom can, I mean, come on, not many people can read my handwriting, but my mom can. You know? My handwriting sucks, y'all. It's true. But, that's why I type. But, anyway, so, for a while, she did not want to go to the hospital. She did not want to go to the hospital. She didn't. Because all you heard was people going in the hospital, getting on the ventilator, and never waking up, never coming home. That's all, y'all. That's all that was on the news, at the time. It's all that was on the news at the time, so anxiety was high. Extremely high. That lasted 10 days. 10 days. And we helped take care of her. And, we would bring her food. Things like help take care of her. At the time, well, my brother and I did a little bit. My sister wasn't there because we didn't want to risk it. So she stayed with my cousins because she was in school, and if she got COVID, she couldn't go back. So she talked to my mom through her window, and I got to see my sister through, in the front yard, but we had to be so many feet apart or whatever. So that was very, very different. Very different. So she went in the hospital on December 16th or 17th. I want to say 17th, but I'm not totally sure on that. But regardless, when my dad took her to the hospital, we begged her to go, and she did. She did. So my dad took her to the hospital. My brother and I stayed home. my dad took her to the hospital, and her pulse ox, her breathing was horrible. Through those 10 days, her breathing was horrible. I mean, we all have, my brother, my mom and I, we have asthma. And, so breathing is, we've gotten, like, to the part where, to the point where it's hard to breathe, so we need it. So we know that, but, like, my mom, like, her talking and breathing, like, she couldn't get a deep breath. It was, like, scary. It was, like, I remember her saying it was like an elephant was sitting on her chest. She'll tell you that true. She'll tell you that. So that happened. So my dad got her in the truck and took her to the hospital. Baptist Memorial in some Memphis, yeah. And her pulse, she got there, and her pulse ox was at in the low, like in the 70s. I think in the high 70s or something. Well, I don't know. It was in the 70s. It was extremely low. Extremely low. It's supposed to be like in the 90s. Yeah. So it was extremely low. And she couldn't even take a breath. I mean, it was a struggle for her to walk. Even just a few feet. Even just 10 feet. And I've never seen her like that. Like, nothing can keep my mom down. Like, she can still keep up with us. Like, nothing can keep her down. But this, like, took everything out of her. Everything out of her. You know? And, it was, when she left to go to the hospital, I didn't know if she was going to come home or not. I didn't know which home she was going to. I didn't know if she was going to be walking on the streets of gold with her grandma and Jesus waiting there with open arms, or if she was going to come home to us. I didn't know. None of us knew. None of us knew, and that was scary. It's scary not knowing the plan anyways, that God has for you a lot of times, right? It's not like we don't trust, but it's still scary. But this one was like, I didn't know, because what we saw, we didn't see many people recovering, when people went in the hospital, they didn't come out. There were so many people not coming out of the hospital from COVID. So, that's all we had to go on, like, okay. And, we didn't know if we were going to see her again, So, oh. COVID, tested my faith in a whole new way. On a whole new level. COVID tested my faith. My faith has been tested many, many times, as of my family's. But this, it's not like the other times didn't. And there's no comparison. But this one really, really did. And my faith hasn't been tested like that in a long, long time. So, I had this picture of my mom and I, and it was years ago, like 6 years ago. It was both of us. We were at a Razorback game, tailgating. When we still way before we moved here, and go Hogs! We're Pick City, go Hogs! They had a great season, didn't they? Seriously. But it was in my nightstand. And I would get a hold of that picture. I would keep my nightstand. It's still in my nightstand. And I would just hold on to that picture. I would just hold on to that picture and just hug that picture. Because I didn't know if she was going to come home or not. I didn't know if I was ever going to hug her again. Ever going to say hi again. If I was ever going to say I love you again. If we were ever going to, if she was ever going to crack us up again. If we were going to have a holiday with her again. If I was ever going to have a shopping spree with my mom again. I didn't know. So, one night I was getting ready for the night, and I was in my bathroom, and I was holding the picture, and I was so mad and sad, and we were grieving because we didn't know, and so I was mad one night, well, a lot of nights actually, and sad, like, immensely sad, like, the noise was evident. Satan's noise was evident. It was cascading down me. That and insanity, and it was just not good. And I almost kicked a hole in my wall. Now, granted, no, I didn't actually do that. But I kicked my foot to my bathroom wall. I was so mad, and I screamed so mad. I almost threw the picture down, broke it. I was so mad. I almost punched the wall, and I've never done that before. Never been that angry. But this one I was. Because when it's your family member, when it's someone you love, you want to save them. You know, you want to fix it. You want to save them. You want to do whatever is necessary. But I couldn't. I literally couldn't. And that killed me. I've never felt more helpless. But, anyway, so, yeah, so, anyway, yeah, so, this video is going to be long. I'll resume this video later and tell you more. But COVID is real, as we all know, and it's scary. But America, we survived. We are resilient because of God's grace and God's love, and God has put so much fight and strength in us. We have been able to do exactly what David did against Goliath. We have been able to knock this Goliath down. We've been able to knock this enemy down. We've been able to storm this stormy sea. We've been able to sail right through. Okay? Look, have we drowned? Have we felt like we were drowning? Yes. So many times, yes. But then Jesus picks us up. He dusts us off. We may have bruises and scars, but our scars, they're going to make history. Be a part of His legacy. And there's so much, He is bringing so much good out of this. Y'all will see. He has brought so much good out of my mom being sick. Y'all will see. But, I don't know what y'all's relationship is like with y'all's mom. And I don't know if y'all are going through COVID or going through something else, grieving your mom in some way or a family member. Just lean on God. Just literally just cry out to him. Just get on your knees right now. Stop what you're doing. Get on your knees right now. And just cry out to him and say, Father, dear Jesus, say, Jesus, help me. I need your help. Because he said, ask and you shall find. Seek and you shall find. Ask and it will be given to you. Knock and the door will be open. Seek first the kingdom of God and he will fulfill the desires of your heart. That's all y'all need to do. He's right there for y'all. He's right there with y'all in the valleys and the trenches, because maybe he's not answering y'all's prayer in the way that y'all expect it. Y'all expect him to. But he is answering y'all's prayer in the way y'all need. In the way you need it. Not that you expect it, not that you want it, but that you need it. You'll need it. Because he can see behind corners that we can't. He's got y'all. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. And I love you, Mom. So much. So much, Mom. I love you so much.